We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Joined as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a baseball slate to go over. We only have one WNBA game today, which Tim and I have been going back and forth on, but it is what it is. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Let me get up my stuff from yesterday. It was not a good day. It wasn't. Baseball went 5-8-1, down 2.75 units. Phillies' first five was a winner in the bottom of the fifth. I was finally happy to see a 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth situation ended a win for me. I was happy about that. Miami Marlins was a loser, I swear. Whether I bet on the Blue Jays or against the Blue Jays, they never cash any tickets for me. Chicago, Pittsburgh, first five under was a winner. St. Louis, Washington, first five under 4 was a loser that lost in the fifth inning. But the Cardinals won, minus 139 winner there. That's 4 in a row for the Cardinals. Mariners, first five full game. Herbie slept up in the first inning, and then that was it. Congrats to the Square Patties for backing the Yankees there. Oakland, Cleveland over 9. I thought we maybe had a chance when that went to extra innings. No, Oakland decided I'm not scoring in the top of the 10th. Brewers first five. They take the lead in the 6th. That was cool. Annoying there. Rangers, all I hear is this Rangers team is awesome. This is a juggernaut. This is a team that can compete for a World Series. I bet them once. I think actually this is the second time in like a couple weeks that I bet them, and they choke games away late.
Yep.
They're starting to be like the Blue Jays. Whenever I bet against them, they win. Whenever I bet on them, they lose. But we did get the over in that game. Texas, Chicago over 8.5 was a winner. Padres first five was a winner, and then once again they choke another game late in the game and give up a walk-off. Absolutely ridiculous. And the LA Angels first five pushed. WNBA went 0-1. I had the Sparks minus 6. They lose outright, so that wasn't very good there. Down 0.55 units there. So overall 5-9-1, down 3.30 units so far in June. 127, 110, and 18. Up 14.56 units. So I'm still up this month. Just a frustrating way to frustrating day yesterday. Hopefully today's a better one.
Yeah, let's go back. Another rough day on the site. I don't understand. We're down a dime now on the month. So that's kind of rough. Because we had Phillies who blew a lead. We had Miami who scored. Yeah. We look at our baseball teams that we bet yesterday and how many runs they scored. It's kind of pathetic.
Or how many runs they gave up in the 8th inning and lower.
Something like that. But no, Texas scored 6. We had Texas. That's fine. We got the over in that game, whatever. I think Texas was combined for 1 run less than the rest of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that we bet. Texas scored 6, and then we got a combined 2, 3, 5, 7. 7 from the not even 5. The Texas Rangers outscored the other teams that we bet, which were the Phillies that lost 4-2, Miami Marlins that lost 2-0, the Seattle Mariners that lost 3-1, the New York Mets who lost 4-2, and the Angels who lost 2-0. None of the teams we bet on wanted to score. That was frustrating. Our only winner in the MLB was the over in that Texas game. And I thought we were going to get Texas for a little bit too, and then they blow it in the 8th. So that was kind of frustrating. WNBA was a winning day, though. I'll have that one. Atlanta was not good. They lost by 12. But we got the under in that LA Sparks game, and it went way under. And I got that the Seattle Storm plus 8.5, never in doubt. So that was nice. I think they were down like 20 at one point. So it is what it is. Just a shitty day yesterday. A shitty month now. We got 10 days to turn it around and try to get back up to even. And we got a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we can make some money.
Yeah, including a game I'm really looking forward to today.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Which we will get into later.
Want to go say hi to the chat?
No.
Okay, then screw the chat. Let's move. Okay.
Yo, do you have a take on college baseball today? Florida -1.5 and under 11. LSU +1.5.
The only problem with Florida -1.5, it's -135. If anything in that game, ready? I would end up parlaying Florida money line, and I got a total of 10, so I would end up parlaying it over the 10, and that's +180. I think that's how I would approach it. I think Florida lights up TCU, and then I'm a sucker for pain, and I never learn, so I'm going to take LSU at +105. But it's all just going to lead up to Florida Wake Forest in the finals, and it's a 1 versus 2, which is no fun, but it is what it is. But good luck to you.
Cameron saying TCU.
No.
Good morning, everybody. Let's cash today. Yep. Supness. Bruh.
Supness. Bruh.
The only bet I won yesterday was a live plate appearance double 16-1 from Taylor. That sounds like some of the most degenerate stuff ever.
I agree. That sounds like some very degenerate shit right there. And I love it.
Yeah. My first 3 hit yesterday. My second 3 lost. Dang. Yeah, that happens. Rays money line. I had the Phillies first 5, which came through.
I had the Phillies money line, so
yeah. Guardians run line. We'll get to that.
Yes.
Over 9 in the Cards, over in the Phillies, and the money line, Mets Nerfy. I've made 2 plays so far on today's slate. I definitely will be making more. 3-3-0, but the parlay 0-6-0. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, and the O's money line in the over.
Yes, O's today. Let's go. Let's go, O's.
Guys, good morning. Morning 0-1 yesterday. Dumbass Rangers. I can't stand the Rangers.
Yeah, no, they're starting to drive me nuts.
Yeah. But today I go back to the first 2. Orioles and Toronto. Fire, but not going back to the Cubs money line, going Andrew Abbott to record the win. Not sure how this is plus money. I did not have a line for the Reds game when I was typing up the games here on Bet Online, which I type up the Bet Online lines because those are the ones I can bet. So I'm not going to be going over a game that I can't bet.
But we can bet it now, so.
It's on Bet Online?
I have not a clue if it's on Bet Online, but it's on all the other books.
Yep. Then I can't bet it. If it's not on Bet Online, I can't bet it.
I like the Reds to get 11 in a row. So I know we won't talk about it, but Reds run line. There you go.
Okay. But we will talk about this one.
Yes.
The Tampa Bay Rays are hosting the Baltimore Orioles in this one here. The Rays are on -138 now. Total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Let's move over to baseball. We have this line opened up at a -155. It immediately went down to 140, and now it's at around a 139. So it's been a 16-cent line movement towards the Rays or towards the Orioles. Line opened up at an 8.5 at even money. It's now down to an 8. So it's moved down a full half run in this spot. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this one, see if we can make sense of this line movement at all. There's MLB, all markets. All right. We have 64% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Rays. And we have 48% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the under. Take a look at the pitching matchup. Tyler Wells, 3.64 ERA, 0.98 whip, 10.92 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%, 1.82 walks per 9, a 243 BABIP, a 409 FIP, and a 3.26 SIERA. On the flip side, Taze Bradley has been awesome. ERA a little high, but his advanced stats are good. 4.76 ERA, 1.63 WHIP, 14.29 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%. Walks 4.37 batters per nine, 439 BABIP. I feel like he's just getting unlucky in that aspect. 2.13 FIP and a 3.33 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays as of late. 3.77 FIP, 3.74 Sierra compared to 3.52 and 4.11. And the hitting advantage goes towards the Rays as well. 108 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 104, which is 9th. Looking at this spot for me, I kind of think maybe the under's the look in this game more than a side in this one. I lean Tampa Bay, but don't like the way the line's moving in this game. I think Tage Bradley has a good game here. You can get the first 5 under 4. It is an early game, so I do think offense will be a little bit slower this morning. So I'm actually going to move on this one here. First 5 under 4 here, Baltimore and Tampa Bay.
I do like Tyler Wells. He's been one of the more consistent arms for this Baltimore team. A 3.2 ERA. And his last 4 starts, 2 and 1 earned runs. So he's been quite solid. Although he does pitch a lot better on the at home than he does on the road. 4.26 ERA on the road compared to a 2.52, which is the same deal with Taj Bradley. He's a lot better. No, sorry, he's a better road pitcher than home pitcher. On the road, Taj Bradley has a 2.13 ERA in 25 innings pitched. In 17 and 2/3 innings pitched, he's got a 7 ERA at home. Let's see what happened there. 3 earned runs against Boston, 3 earned runs against Houston, 4 against Toronto, and 4 against Texas. So he allows runs at home. And with those offenses, Boston, decent offense. Houston, Toronto, and then Texas has one of the best offenses in baseball. So he's giving up runs. I think he gives up runs to Baltimore today. And this is a team that's really been playing some good baseball. They've won 7 out of 10. They're now 18 games over 500. And I think we're going to slowly start to see a decline from the Tampa Bay Rays because you're not going to be winning at, a 750 win percentage the entire year. So they are going to lose some games, and they are going to start to regress at home. Because 31-8, they're not going to be able to keep that up as well. And especially against the best road team in baseball. I believe they're the best road team in baseball, 23-14. Let's go make sure I'm correct with that. 23-14. Yeah, they've got the most wins on the road, tied with the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves are 23-11 on the road. But I'm going to call the Orioles the best road team in baseball. I'm going to grab them again. I got them last night when I did the balling out at plus 130. They're now sitting around plus 120. So give me Baltimore in this one.
Good luck.
You too.
Yep, already went that one. What up, Twins? What's good? I like too many dogs today besides the Natties. All right. I heard about Grand Salami, but didn't know that was an option on DK. No sound?
Yes, there is. Everybody else can hear us.
Yeah, I'll rep the degeneracy. Rockies were getting smashed at $10 at home on the home run and $10 on the double. All right. One dog I like at Orioles. We'll move on, though. We have the I did not mean to put this full screen. All right, cool. We have the Tampa Bay Rays. That was last game, Nick. Toronto Blue Jays, they're at the Miami Marlins. Blue Jays minus 130 favorites with a total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this game here between Gausman and Alcantara. Line opened up at a 130 for the Blue Jays. It's up to a 132. Line opened up at a 7. It's down to a 6.5. I think this is the lowest total I've seen all year this 6.5. Let's take a look at where the money's coming in on this one. See if it backs this up. It absolutely does. 48% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the under. This feels so under that I think it goes under probably. 62% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the Toronto Blue Jays. The lines move towards the Blue Jays. Alcantara has been really tricky this year. He's not been the same pitcher.
No.
4.83 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 5.12 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 2.84 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 4.42 FIP, and a 5.04 Sierra. On the flip side, Gausman could be flirting with the Cy Young this year, along with Valdez and McClanahan. 2.63 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. The last 30 days, 10.51 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 3.58 walks per nine, but a 297 BABIP, a 325 FIP, and a 3.82 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Miami Marlins in this game, 3.08 FIP and a 3.13 Sierra. Both bullpens have been strong. On the flip side, for Toronto, Gausman, or for Toronto, 4.04 FIP and a 3.23 bullpen ERA. The Blue Jays have been smashing righties as of late. This is one reason why I really don't have an interest in the over, is the way these two teams are hitting. 121 WRC plus, which is fourth against righties for the Blue Jays, and 112 WRC plus, which is seventh for Miami against righties. The question is, has this line gone down too much? And I get it. The market's moving towards it. You can get a 3.5 first five at minus 110 for the total. I'm looking more at a side in this game, and I think the Blue Jays are the look in this spot. And I know I can't give this team worth of anything, so I'm looking at the Blue Jays first five, which means the Marlins are going to win the first five, and the Blue Jays are going to win the full game. But I'm going to take Toronto here in the first 5 innings at minus 130. I like Gausman, and I cannot trust Alcantara right now. They have the hitting advantage. They have the pitching advantage. They don't have the bullpen advantage. Is why I'm taking the first 5. The line is moving towards them. The bigger bets are coming in on them. I'm going to grab the Toronto Blue Jays here in the first 5 innings.
I refuse to go after this team. I bet on them, they lose. I bet against them, they win. I can't get Toronto right for the next foreseeable future. Toronto is going to be added to the category of the AL Central because they are frustrating and I cannot get them right. Unless there's a real situation that I like them, I'm not going to even come close to touching them right now. Gausman's been fantastic, but no, I refuse to go after it. This one's a stay away from me because the first game of the series I had Toronto run line, they lost. Second game I had Miami, they lost. No reason for me to go after this game. I'm done with it. There's plenty of other better games and better teams on the card.
What's your thoughts on the over here now that it's gotten down to a 6.5? Do we expect Alcantara to be that good? Like, because Alcantara's really struggled as of late, but this line movement tells me he could potentially have a decent game today. Or are people just overreacting of what we saw the first 2 games, which were under and under?
There weren't 2 unders yesterday.
No. We've seen 2 shutouts. My bad. We've seen 2 shutouts so far in the first 2 games.
I'll put it up for you if you want it, but I don't like this game at all.
Yeah,
Did you bet it?
I did bet the Blue Jays first 5. I don't trust them full game to put them up on the site.
I meant the total.
I have not bet it, but you can get the Blue Jays team total over 3.5 at minus 120.
No, thank you.
Thought that was kind of interesting, but no, I'm good.
Nope.
They've scored 2 runs in this entire series. All right, let's see. Marlins, number 2.
I cannot touch the Marlins. I refuse to go after Blue Jays games.
Yeah. Got sound? Good. You turned your thing off of mute. Good morning, ESB. Good morning, Nathan Cerna. Blue Jays money line in the under 7. All right. Over in the Marlins game. I'm kind of thinking that I'm not going to bet it. But I was looking that way. I'm not going to sit here and go up against the market and say the market's wrong because I'm not in the business of trying to do that. But for me, yeah, I was leaning that way. Yo. Let's go, Joe Kryptonite. lefty righty split versus these pitchers says over. I could definitely see it. Good morning, Joe. Hello. I think the Mercury cover. I disagree.
Yes, I agree. Plus 19. Let's ride it.
But it went down to 10.5 or 6.5. Yeah. Blue Jays for show. Hard pass. Most likely a pass here. All right.
Blue Jays are the team to no longer be named.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to this matchup here. I did do a free pick video on this game last night, and I did with this one. Chicago Cubs and Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubbies minus 110 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Hendricks and Hill. This line opened up at 105. It's now up to a 113. All right, so we have seen a couple cent line movement this morning on the side here. And it opened up at an 8.5, minus 125. It's now an 8.5, minus 119, a 6-cent line movement towards the under. When I bet this last night, this was a plus 10 or minus 108 for the Cubbies. Let's take a look. Let's see if the market agrees with this movement here in this spot, as we have 74% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the Cubbies. Line agrees with that here. 37% of the tickets are on the over, and 81% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under, which is kind of interesting here. Maybe suggesting Rich Hill pitches well, or I might bet Kyle Hendricks pitches well. Both these teams can't hit, though. So Hendricks, 3.18 ERA, 1.06 whip. 5.08 walks per nine, a 14% strikeout rate, 1.91 walks per nine, a 256 BABIP, a 335 FIP, and a 5.06 ERA. On the flip side, Rich Hill, 5.10 ERA, 1.47 whip, 8.7 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 4.2 walks per nine, a 310 BABIP, a 415 FIP, and a 4.81 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Chicago Cubs, 3.25 FIP and a 3.64 SIERA compared to the Pirates, whose bullpen has been, I'm going to say the worst on the slate. A 5.94 FIP and a 4.82 SIERA the last 2 weeks. Slight hitting advantage goes towards the Pirates, who are hitting 93 WRC plus versus righties, when the Cubbies are only hitting 88 versus lefties. But I'm on the Cubs money line here. I got it at minus 108 last night. I look for them to continue their role here. At minus 113, I'd still play them here. So I'm on the Chicago Cubs here, full game, at minus 108.
Yep. I did. No, you did a free pick for this one, but I gave it out on. No, did you?
I did a free pick video for this one.
Yeah, because I did this one for balling out last night. And I gave out the Cubbies. What do I like to back when it comes to teams, Nick?
That are winning.
Teams that are winning. How about I don't know about you? 7 out of 8's a pretty good streak. I like to fade teams that are losing. I don't know about you. Eight losses in a row. That's a pretty substantial streak for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's Kyle Hendricks and it's Rich Hill. Guys, I believe we've seen the best of the Pirates. I think their good days are behind them. And they're going to fall back and they're going to finish 4th in the division. So I think
who's finishing last?
No comment. Kyle Hendricks, Cubbies are going to move it up. Cubbies legit have a shot for this division as well. Because if you're not high on the Reds, Cubbies probably. And I still got a plus $4 ticket on them to win the division. So we'll see how that goes. I think the Cubbies are the upper hand today. Minus 111 for the Chicago Cubs. Wave the W flag.
There you go. All right. Aces money line. Oh, yeah. Aces money line. Well, let me see what that is real quick.
Minus like 1,800.
WNBA. Minus 2,500. I can get the first half of the Aces minus 10.5, full game minus 18.5. I'm probably moving on both of those. Sorry, Tim.
That's fine. I'm going to back a trend that's 16, 8, and 1 this year.
Cool. Run back. That I like money parlay. Both to get a hit, Arise and Lane Thomas. There you go. Tim, don't disrespect the Wild like that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
They
The team
are and
not
will always be the team that shall not be named.
fair.
I wonder why both those teams have something in common. Blue Jays and the Wild. Vladdy over 1.5 hits, RBIs, and runs. He smashes Alcantara in his lifetime. Good. I would like to see the Blue Jays score some runs early. Cubbies are nothing. Yes, let's get it. Cubs money line. Guerrero hits a good look. Yeah. Morning, gents. Good morning, grit and grind. You have a very exciting pitcher now up with your Cleveland Guardians that we get to go over today. That I'm super excited to go over today. So I'm happy to see Gavin Williams up with your team there. Under 8.5 could be a decent look there. Morning. Cubbies never in doubt. Okay. Aces to win the championship, still minus 120. I parlay it with other picks every day. They're going to win the championship. I don't see anybody stopping the Aces this year.
Can we quickly talk over that game because everybody's talking about it real quick?
Yeah, type up a banner and we'll put that as the last game of the day.
Okay.
Maybe an over in the Cubs game. I lean under in that one. Me as well. Yes. He's one of the top prospects there for your Guardians, which we get to talk about that in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We get to talk about this beautiful game.
Stop it. Get some help.
I was just scrolling to that.
Kansas City Royals, Detroit Tigers. Tigers minus 130 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. This game was a 1-0 game yesterday where the Royals won. Line opened up at a minus 140. It's now a minus 132, an 8-cent line movement towards KC. Line opened up at a 9 even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 110 on both sides. So about a half run line movement down here in this one. I know this is your favorite division to go over, Tim, but let's get into the cash flow in this one. Let's see if it correlates with the Royals and the under. And it correlates with the under. 46% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the under. One thing it doesn't correlate, though, with is the Detroit Tigers, as we have 86% of the ticket, or my bad, one thing to get 86% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Detroit Tigers. And the line has moved towards the Kansas City Royals. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Do I want to brave trying to back the Royals? And the answer is no, not in this game. Brady Singer, 4.88 ERA, 1.75 WHIP, 9.38 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 3.84 BABIP, a 3.9 FIP, and a 4.51 Sierra. On the flip side, Matthew Boyd, I expect better from 5.4 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, but a 10.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3.04 walks per nine, a 3.08 BABIP, a 4.03 FIP, and a 3.65 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Detroit Tigers here, 3.34 FIP, 3.59 Sierra. Good bullpen for the Tigers, 4.89 and 4.41 for the Royals. Hitting advantage goes towards the Tigers, 92 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, which is 24th. No, Brady Singer's a lefty. No, he's a righty. Never mind. And the Royals against lefties. There we go. That's the team against the lefties here. 94 WRC plus, which is 25th. They are one of the worst hitting teams versus left-handed pitching. Both these teams struggle hitting-wise. It's an early game. It's an AL Central game. I like the under in this game, in this spot. I think that this is a game that can that probably is going to go very similar to yesterday. You can get 4.5 at even money. Sign me up. Kansas City Royals, Detroit Tigers, first 5 under 4.5 even money.
I'm gonna, you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna go exactly what I did in game 1 and game 2 of the series and stay away. I'm not interested in this series at all. Who won yesterday? Was it Kansas City?
Kansas City won yesterday.
Kansas City won yesterday. Interesting. So
They
there's
won
no
a baseball
sweep.
game.
Okay, cool. I'm staying away from this game. No, thank you. I'll have breakdowns for all the other games. Once again, it's an AL Central game. But sorry, between two AL Central teams, I should say. Because I will back AL Central. Like I will look at ones that have one team. AL Central matchups, no, thank you. Because I never get them right. So this one's a complete stay away from me. Good luck to everybody who wants to bet this game.
Yeah, I do like this under. These are two teams that are just not hitting.
Okay. Good luck.
Pass. They like the 1-800-GAMBLER. Under, yes. Royals money line. Yeah.
Good luck to you.
My mother dog got chewed up, missed most of the show. Good luck, everybody. Okay. Y'all ate them. Always feels like Flip rather go after other games and not Central. Yeah. So the AL Central is just a complete shit show in general. So I can understand why people have no interest in it.
Yep.
So we'll move on. This game was frustrating yesterday because when the Brewers decided to do anything, and that was after my Brewers' first 5 already lost. But let's get into it here. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks, $1.45 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game, with the pitching matchup of Zach Gallen and Julio Teheran. Line opened up at a -140. It's up to a -145, a 5-cent line movement towards the Arizona Diamondbacks. Line opened up at an 8, -105. It's now an 8.5, -117. It's moved up a full half run and more, and a little bit of extra juice there too. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. Let's see if it reflects what should be a move towards the Diamondbacks and a move towards the over. As we have 36% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the Brewers. And the lines move slightly towards the Diamondbacks. And we have 56% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over, which is kind of interesting there, which tells me that the over is very live in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. Zach Gallen, 2.97 ERA, 1.38 whip, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 2.08 walks per nine, a 3.52 BABIP, a 3.41 FIP, and a 4.41 Sierra. On the flip side, Milwaukee with Teheran, 1.78 ERA, a 0.82 whip. Julio Teheran's been awesome last 30 days. 5.93 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 1.19 walks per nine, a 2.20 BABIP, a 3.74 FIP, and a 4.39 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Diamondbacks, 3.68 and FIP and a 4.37 Sierra compared to 5.55 and 4.64. Hitting advantage goes towards Arizona, 113 WRC plus, which is 5th compared to 75, which is 29th for the Brewers. The Brewers are not hitting particularly well, which is going to keep me off the over in this game. And I really don't have a thought on this one. This one's a pass for me.
Normally I would go, let's back my boy Zach Gallen. Teheran's been really, really solid though lately. This year, which is weird to say. But the big thing is, I believe, of course, my coverage decides to freeze up now, and I can't pull up Zach Gallen's road numbers compared to his home numbers because he's got pretty wide home road splits. Here we go. Click. Thank you. He's got a 1-2 record with a 5.79 ERA on the road, 37 and third innings pitched, only allowing 24 earned runs. When at home, he is 7-0 with a 1 ERA in 54 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. So this is the story of two different Zach Gallens. And as much as I love the Diamondbacks this year and how well they've been, this one would be a lean towards the Brewers. Just because how well Julio Teheran's pitching and Zach Gallen's home road splits kind of pushes me towards the Brewers. Am I going to be betting it? No, because I still think that if that the Diamondbacks have a decent shot at winning this game because obviously they're favorites, but those numbers are going to keep me off of it for right now. So this one's going to be a pass. It's a lean towards the Brew Crew for me.
Wow. A game that Tim's not interested in the Diamondbacks.
I mean, there's been games that I'm not interested in Baltimore too, but I feel like if you bet them every single day, it's going to be a profitable profitable for you guys to do. But that's just me.
Fair. We will go to the chat here, and then we got, it's a trap. What's a trap? Diamondbacks over 8.5. I kind of do like the over in this game. People are high on Julio. Poopy play of the day, the Brewers. Kind of, don't hate it. I don't hate it. But we'll move on here to a game that is going to be interesting. New York Mets and the Houston Astros. Well, the New York Mets teased me for one game, thinking that they were going to be pretty good with that 11-1 win in game one. And Houston comes right back and dominates the second game. And I think we might see a little bit more of that today. Line opened up, though, at minus 151, and it's down to a 146. So the lines move 5 cents in favor of the New York Mets here. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 115. It's now at 8.5, minus 110. A 5-cent line movement towards the under in this game here. Maybe that's suggesting that McGill pitches well. 77% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Astros, and the lines move towards the Mets. That is kind of confusing there. The line movement there. 48% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the over. The lines move slightly towards the under. This is a confusing game. This really is. McGill has been awful. One of the worst pitchers on the slate, honestly. 6.75 ERA, 1.99 whip, 8.34 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 4.67 walks per nine, a 400 BABIP, a 4.87 FIP, and a 5 Sierra. It's been terrible. On the flip side, Javier, 2.25 ERA, 1.18 whip, 5.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 2.25 walks per nine, a 276 BABIP, a 374 FIP, and a 5.83 Sierra. Not very good either. Both bullpens have been very mediocre. Mets bullpens actually regressed pretty bad. 5.2 FIP and a 4.05 Sierra, 4.28 and 4.38 for the Astros. Ever so slight hitting advantage goes towards the Mets, 102 WRC plus compared to 101 for the Astros. Tricky game. I feel like the over could be live in this game, even though it's moved 5 cents towards the under. I have really no interest in this game because I have no interest in backing McGill at all. But the line movement's telling me that McGill could pitch well today with 87% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Astros, and the lines move towards the Mets. Tells me that the Mets are live in this game. Do I want to back either of them? No. This will be a pass for me. No interest in this game.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this one either. If I'm backing McGill, it's at home this year, Nick. 4-1 with a 2.79 at home, 2-3 with a 7.42 on the road. So not a pitcher I want to back on the road. And I like Christian Javier. I think he's been a solid piece. He's only pitched. Oh, that's post. Never mind. I was looking at it. All of a sudden, I just see three games, 2 starts. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And I was looking at the 2022 postseason. 7-1 record with a 2.9 ERA and 80 innings pitched. He has been one of the more consistent arms, and he's going to need to be a consistent arm for this Houston Astros team because of all the injuries that they've sustained. Am I going after either side? No. Both these two teams are struggling bad right now, losing 6 out of 10, and just have not looked good. Astros finally broke that 5-game losing streak yesterday with a 4-2 win. I want nothing to do with this one. The Mets cannot win a series for the life of them, and if anything in this game, it's probably
unless it's against the Phillies.
Yeah, which they get the Phillies up next, so we'll see how that one goes. But this one's going to end up being a pass for me. Lean towards the Houston Astros run line, and maybe lean towards the over as well.
Yeah, I came into this fully expecting to bet the Astros, but the way the Lions moved has kicked me off this game because it was kind of weird where all the big bets are coming in on the Mets or on the Astros and lines moving towards the Mets. With that right there, it was enough to keep me off the game. I wanted to back the Astros in the over there. I wanted to fade McGill, but the market, the line movement is telling me that McGill pitches well today. So
there you go. But I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Brewers first 5+1/2. Don't hate it. Pass lean Stros or Stros lean. Yeah. Mets. No, the Astros are going to take the Mets to Pound Town. Nah. Okay. Astros first 5 run line. Astros first to 2 and first 5 -0.5. McGill is awful. He's not been good. I'm on the Astros because they already won the first game. I don't see the Mets winning, but I have the gut feeling like the first game. Fair. We will move on to the next matchup here. The Red Hot Cardinals, -151 favorites against the Washington Nationals. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between the Cardinals and the Nationals. Line opened up at 165 for St. Louis. It's down to a 153 and a 12-cent line movement towards the Nationals in this game. Total opened up at a 9.5. It's now down to a 9. So it's moved down half a run here in this spot. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. Let's see if it reflects a line move towards the Nationals. Wow, yes, it does. 21% of the tickets, but 85% of the cash is on Washington. 47% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the under in this game. And the line's moved towards the under in this spot. Miles Michaelis taking on Trevor Williams. Michaelis, 3.66 ERA, 1.16 whip, 5.63 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 1.13 walks per 9, a 3.02 BABIP, a 3.09 FIP, and a 4.64 SIERA. On the flip side, Trevor Williams has been bad, 4.91 ERA, 1.68 whip, 7.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 4.91 walks per 9, a 2.89 BABIP, a 6.75 FIP, and a 5.24 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards, it's about split at the moment, 4.5 FIP for the Cardinals compared to 4.33 for the Nationals, but 4.33 FIP or SIERA for the Cardinals, 4.6 for the Nationals. So a slight one towards the Cardinals. 102 WRC plus versus righties for the Cardinals, which is 11th. 98 for the Nationals, which is 16th. So a slight hitting advantage there towards the Cardinals in this game. Everything's pointing towards the Cardinals, except for the line's moved 12 cents towards the Nationals, which is going to keep me off this game. I wanted to back the Cardinals here in this spot, but not the way the line's moving. I know a lot of I think that's just the line moving in on the Cardinals or on the Nationals because the big bets are coming in on the Nationals. This is an easy stay off for me, though. I don't like too much from this slate.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm not. If anything, the thing is I've gone up for them first 2 games and it hasn't worked. I kind of lean Nationals. Miles McCullers has been awful, but the Nationals have been even worse. They've lost 5 straight, 7 out of 8, and what is that? 13 out of 15. So this is not a Nationals team I really want to back. And Miles McCullers has been garbage this year, and that's their ace. Or what was perceived to be their ace in the beginning of the year. So I'm going to stay away from this one. I do lean towards the Natties. I do kind of lean towards the over as well. But I'm not going to touch this game. I've gotten it wrong the first 2 times. You're right. Keep in mind, guys, it's a getaway day, so you don't have to go after a lot of things. A lot of these 2 teams, some of these teams play again tomorrow, but getaway day for a lot of these teams. So kind of a stay away spot for me in this one.
Yeah, not anything in particular looking to get interested in. I'm putting in pictures real quick into my spreadsheet because I just found out who the Yankee pitcher is. I'll make sure that I'm typing his name in right. You're able to go to the chat.
Yes. Where did you leave off?
Left off there.
Over or nothing Cards, I feel like. It could be an over, yeah. For show. Cardinals money line at -150. No, thank you. Over on the Nats game, I could see it. Can we please go over the Reds game? Nick didn't want to type it up because it was available on every other book besides his. So I like Abbott. I like the Reds run line.
It's available now. You can type it up.
I like the Reds run line. That's where I'm going to go. Quick pitching breakdown: Jake Bird versus Abbott. I really like Abbott.
Who the hell is Jake Bird?
Exactly. I'm going to be on the Reds, and I'll probably end up loading it up. We'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies favored over the Braves here, -120, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at this matchup here between Aaron Nola and Smith Schuster. The line opened up at -115. It's up to a -133 now for the Phillies. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. So a line move towards Philadelphia, a line move towards the under. Let's take a look at the money for it to see if it correlates. 74% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the under. Lines move towards the under, but geez. 75% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the Braves, and the lines move towards the Phillies. The Braves, I will classify them with 75% of the tickets, 83% of the cash, and the line moving towards the Phillies. The Atlanta Braves are a public dog today. With Schuster with a 2.03 ERA, 0.98 whip, 7.43 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.7 walks per nine, a 200 BABIP, 4.48 FIP, and a 4.45 SIERA. Aaron Nola has not been the greatest this year. 5.36 words. 5.34 ERA, 1.13 whip, 11.25 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 3.09 walks per nine, a 257 BABIP, a 465 FIP, and a 3.49 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes definitely towards the Atlanta Braves, and we saw that yesterday. 3.02 FIP, 2.74 SIERA compared to 5.18 and 3.16. Massive hitting advantage towards the Atlanta Braves, who are number one in the last 30 days versus right-handed pitching. 131 WRC plus compared to the Phillies, 96, which is 16th. I originally had the Braves written down, and then once I saw what they were today, I have no interest in the Atlanta Braves. I don't know if I really have an interest laying this type of price with the Phillies, though, against the Braves. This is just not a spot I'm particularly interested in backing either. And 99% of the money on the under really is going to keep me off of the under in this game as well. I guess if I had to go anywhere, it's the Phillies, but not everything correlates for me on this one. And this is another pass. I know I'm passing a lot today, but this is a tricky game for me. It would be Phillies or nothing, I think, at this point. But this is a pass for me.
I would actually lean towards the Braves. I don't see why we need to fade them right now. I know it's AJ Smith Shover or whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. He's allowed 3 earned runs in 13 innings. He's pitched. They get random pitching out of nowhere, and they've won all 3 games that he started. Granted, it was against Arizona, Washington, and Colorado. Philadelphia is a little bit of Arizona's good. Washington, Colorado, not good. Aaron Nola, I don't understand. Everybody loves him. He's not pitched well this year. It's not a guy I want to go out and trust. I like 3 rookie pitchers today, Nick. And that's weird to say. I like 3 rookie pitchers today. One of them's Abbott. One of them is Smith Shover. And we'll talk about the next one in a couple games. So I like the Braves in this one at a little bit of plus money. Fading Aaron Nola.
I wanted to get on the Braves here. I did. But seeing 75% of the tickets and 81% of the cash on them and the line moving the opposite way briskly, like it's moved 18 cents towards the Phillies. It's not like we're seeing all this cash and it's moved a penny.
Well,
5 cents.
You got to keep in mind, it's a lot of people looking at it and going, Nola versus a rookie.
Well, it's also the Braves. Well, if we're looking at Nola versus but the money's coming in on Atlanta.
That's what's going to end up keeping us off of it. It's fine.
Yes, that's what's keeping me off the game because I wanted to back Atlanta. I
want the Phillies to win this game, but
I don't want a public dog, and Atlanta's a public dog today.
Okay,
I'd rather leave off a winner than add on a loser.
That's 100% fair. Back to the chat.
Yeah. Do I like the first 5 Rockies? I don't know. I want to know the hitting advantage. I can give you the hitting numbers. I just need to know Bird. Is Bird a lefty or a righty?
Bird is the word. Bird. The bird is the word.
Bird is a righty. All right. Massive hitting advantage towards the towards the Reds.
Wait, it's not Seabold today?
It is not Seawold today. It's Bird. It's Bird.
Oh.
Which I have no idea who the hell Bird is, but it's pretty simple. The Rockies don't hit lefties, and that's exactly what they're facing in Andrew Abbott. 49 WRC plus, which is 30th in baseball, and the Reds are average versus right-handed pitching. 100 WRC plus, dead average. But no, yeah. So there you go.
Reds run line.
Yeah, sure. But no play in the Rockies. I didn't type it. I don't know who Bird is. That'd probably be a stay off for me because I don't know who Bird is. I'd have to take a deeper dive into him, and I'm not going to try to give my opinion on a game where I don't know one of the pitchers starting. I'd have to take a deeper dive. Both hot teams money line for $500. 2-teamer, Cubs and Reds. Good luck.
Yes.
That was my first question: whether he is Jake Burns. All right. Number 3, Braves money line. Braves money line. Oh, never mind. I don't want the public dog. I don't want Braves as a public dog.
It's not really a public dog, but okay.
It is, but okay. 8.5 run line. Nerfy. Braves run line. Bird now come on. 3-0 Abbott versus Good luck. I wanted to look more into that matchup. That's why, but it is what it is. Seattle Mariners -160 favorites against the New York Yankees. Total of 7.5 in this game. And wow, the Mariners are -160 road favorites versus the New York Yankees. Reason? It is Burrito and Castillo. And actually, this line has dropped. Opened up at 165. It's now down to a 147. We have a 16-cent line movement towards the Bronx Bombers in this one here. Total opened up at a 7.5. It's now a 7. So it's moved down. Neither of these teams hitting particularly well at the moment. Let's take a look at this matchup here. Castillo has been phenomenal. 1.76 ERA, 0.98 whip, 11.74 strikeouts per 9, which is 33%, 3.52 walks per 9, a 231 BABIP, a 3.31 FIP, and a 3.4 Sierra. I got nothing on Burrito because he hasn't pitched in the last 30 days. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners here. 2.99 FIP, 3.3 Sierra compared to 3.67 and 3.82. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mariners, 95 WRC plus, which is 20th compared to 86, which is 26. Neither team are hitting particularly well right now, and I could see this continuing into this game as well. The line has moved down. We have 65% of the tickets, 87% of the cashes on the Yankees. The line's moved towards the Yankees, though. It's moved 16 cents towards the Yankees. If this moved towards the Mariners, the Yankees would fall in the same category as the Braves as a public dog. 58% of the tickets, 80% of the cashes on the under in this game. And the line's moved towards the under. For the first 5 in this game, you can get a 3.5, I'm assuming. Yeah, 3.5 at even money for the under. That's where I'm leaning in this game. You can also get the Yankees first 5 plus a half at even money. I actually really like that look. The Yankees getting half a run in the first 5 at even money with what I think is very little variance in this game. I can easily see 0-0, 1-1 at the end of 5 innings. So getting half a run at even money, I actually really like that. I'm going to move on it. I'm going to take the New York Yankees plus a half a run at even money in this spot. I think that this is also a game we can look towards the under in. But for me, I'm going to look towards the Bombers here in this spot. Give me the Yankees first 5 plus a half and minus. All right, even money.
Until further notice, I feel like it's Yankee unders for a while until they finally get Judge back. The only reason why I'm not going to go after that is Brito, who's not a pitcher I want to trust. He had a 5.58 ERA before getting sent down to the minors. I believe he got sent back down to the minors. That's why he was gone for a while. He's not a good pitcher. I think Seattle will be able to tag up against him. And the thing that's going to keep me off the over is I still like Luis Castillo. He's one of my Cy Young picks this year. I like Luis Castillo as a pitcher. This game's going to end up being a complete stay away again. This is a weird card. I'm not a big fan of this card at all. Which Luis Castillo has actually his numbers have gotten better lately. Although he got tagged up a little bit in his last couple starts. 2.7 ERA right now, 92 strikeouts. So he's kind of putting himself back up into that Cy Young conversation if he keeps pitching like this. This is probably an under or nothing, but I don't trust Brito to keep it under.
Fair, yeah. Head over to the chat.
Where did you leave off? Mariners money line. Good luck. I agree. Shitty card. Only on a few plays today. Yep. Speaking of,
all right.
This is
the game that I've been waiting for, and this is a game that
we've both been waiting for.
We've both been waiting for since the beginning of the season.
Yes.
We got the Cleveland Guardians minus 175 favorites, total of 8 in this game. And to be completely honest, I'm going to break down the line movement. I'm going to break down where the money is coming in. I'm going to break down the pitchers. It doesn't matter because I've already made up my mind on this game, and this was something I was looking to do for a while. We have the Cleveland Guardians and the Oakland Athletics. Line opened up at minus 175. It's down to a 174, so it's a 1 cent line movement towards Oakland. Line opened up at 8, minus 120. It's now an 8, minus 115. So a 5 cent line movement towards the under. So a line movement towards the under, a line movement towards the Athletics. 90% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Guardians. The lines move towards the Athletics. I do not care. 59% of the tickets are on the under. Do not have cash flow on the under in this game. But why do we not care about anything in this game? Because this is a pitcher that we've been paying attention to for a long time, and we were looking to back because we think there'll be value on him now that he's in the major leagues. And that is it's Paul Blackburn versus Gavin Williams. We'll go over Paul Blackburn first, and then we'll get into Gavin Williams. Paul Blackburn, 3.48 ERA, 1.35 whip, 10.02 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 2.61 walks per nine, a 339 BABIP, a 333 FIP, and a 3.85 SIERA. On the flip side, Gavin Williams, which he is, I want to say, the best pitching prospect to come out of the East Carolina Pirates. We both saw him pitch in college. He's an absolute stud. He was a first-round pick. He was actually drafted in the 30th round by the Tampa Bay Rays in 2017. He opted to go to East Carolina, and then he became the 23rd overall pick to the Cleveland Indians in 2021. Yes, the Indians. They were still the Indians back then. In the minor leagues in Akron this year, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Very limited sample size, actually, but 14 and a third innings pitched, 0.63 ERA. And he was really good in Double-A as well, which Double-A is where really the bigger talent, I want to say, is in the minor leagues. He pitched 46 innings. He went 3-2 with a 2.93 ERA and a 1.08 whip. He'll strike out a lot of batters. 61 strikeouts in 46 innings pitched in Columbus. 20 strikeouts in 14 and a third innings pitched in Akron. In ECU, his last year with East Carolina, he went 81 and a third innings pitched with a 1.99 whip, or 1.99 ERA, or 1.88 ERA, my bad, and a 0.96 whip. He was absolutely phenomenal. 130 strikeouts in 81 innings. I think he's absolutely going to dominate in this game, and he's somebody I'm looking to back going forward. And being able to watch this guy go through the ranks and all of that, I'm really excited to see him play today. Give me the Guardians first 5 run line. And I know Paul Blackburn's the first 5 wizard. I hate that he gets a matchup versus that Gavin Williams gets Paul Blackburn. Because I like both these pitchers. But I'm going to take the Guardians first 5 -0.5 and the Guardians full game -1 at -127.
God back my boy Gavin. Yeah, that's. I did a free pick video for this one last night. I stole it from Nick. I know he wanted to do it, but I got to do it. Yeah, I'm backing Gavin. We mentioned from the beginning of the year when we knew he was going to be up this year. We said the first game, no matter what, we're backing him, and that's it. And that's what we're going to roll with. Let's see if I can find this for him. They do not have a strikeout prop for Gavin Williams today. Damn. Okay. Because I think he's gonna have a really good day. Because normally we don't know whether or not a pitcher's gonna come out and be the 8 runs in 1 inning or the 6 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. I think he's gonna be towards that 6 innings, 10 strikeouts type of deal. I really like Gavin Williams. Obviously, Nick went over all of his numbers from minors and East Carolina. We were ready to back him from that time. So Cleveland run line, and you guys know how often I back Cleveland. We're taking Cleveland today.
Yes.
Let's keep on rolling, Nick, through the chat.
Yeah. A's money line. I'll disagree with you.
No.
We're gonna stop the wave today. Nathan, thinking about that Braves -1.5. Good luck. 1-800 A's money line. A's first 5. Markel, why I like him. Yeah, it's in my bet slip as we speak. Or that. Gavin Williams, former ECU pitcher. Correct. Guardians run line. Yes. Maybe first 5 under. I can see it. Maybe an Oakland A's team total under. Something along those lines. I think Gavin Williams comes out and absolutely shoves today. Well, the Mercury win tonight. No, they will lose by 30. Moving on. We have the other game that I did a free pick video on last night. Minnesota Twins are -120 favorites versus the Boston Red Sox. Total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here in this one, as we have Garrett Whitlock and and Sonny Gray. Line opened up at -130. It's now down to a -115. 15-cent line movement toward Boston. Line opened up at an 8.5 +105. It's now an 8.5 -114. A 19-cent line movement towards the over. So move towards Boston and a move towards the over in this game here. Let's see if the money correlates here. 61% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Red Sox, or is on the over, my bad, which, there you go. 50% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Minnesota Twins. And the line has moved towards the Boston Red Sox. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. A month ago, I said this is a pretty significant pitching advantage for the Minnesota Twins. It's not anymore. Garrett Whitlock's been good. 3.13 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 8.61 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 1.57 walks per 9, a 308 BABIP, a 302 FIP, and a 3.59 SIERA. On the flip side, Sonny Gray, 3.71 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, 6.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 3.71 walks per 9, a 329 BABIP, a 358 FIP, and a 4.96 SIERA. These two are even hitting-wise, 96 WRC plus for both of them versus right-handed pitching. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Red Sox, 3.43 FIP, 3.83 SIERA compared to 3.77 and 3.72. I am on the Boston Red Sox. I bet them yesterday at +114. I'm kind of interested in the doubling down on the Red Sox, taking them first 5 as well. But I'm just going to stick with the full game money line here at +114 is what I got him at.
I don't know why we haven't jumped on the Red Sox earlier in this win streak. They've won, I believe that's 6 straight games, 7 straight games, 6 straight games, and Minnesota's lost 5 out of 6. Just to think, look at Minnesota, 2 games under 500, first place in the division. At the end of the day, we'll see Cleveland in first place. at 3 games under 500. That's how pathetic this AL Central is. And I don't see it getting any better. I like Boston in this matchup. I'm taking the hot team against the team that's not good. I was not high on Minnesota. I wasn't high on anybody in this AL Central. But I'm going to be backing a team that's just been winning and winning and winning. So Boston for me in this one. Boston plus 108 is what we're able to get it at.
Yeah, I like them today. Yeah, number 3, Boston money line. Yeah. From another channel, try to share the wealth. These style parlays are 5-0 so far. Nats first 5 run line plus 3.5 / first 5 team total over 3.5 at minus 120 overall.
What? Nats plus 3.5. First 5 total over 3.5. So you're just thinking that Nats score at least 1, and it's 4 runs by the end of the first 5. Okay. Good luck to you.
All right. We'll move on here. This next matchup, the Texas Rangers and the Chicago White Sox. Pick them in this game. Total of 9.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Kopech and Perez. Line opened up at minus 115 for the Rangers. It's now down to a minus 105. Line opened up in a 9 minus 120. It's up to a 9.5. So the line's moved towards the over, and the line has moved towards the White Sox. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. And lines moved towards the over, but 38% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the under. Kind of interesting there. 81% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Rangers. The lines moved towards the White Sox. Pitching advantage definitely goes towards Kopech. 2.28 ERA, 1.16 whip, 12.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 33%, 3.58 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, a 357 FIP, and a 3.39 SIERA. On the flip side, Martin Perez, 5.46 ERA, 1.46 whip, 5.14 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%, 3.86 walks per 9, a 281 BABIP, 5.39 FIP, and a 5.53 SIERA. He's been not great, Perez. And when do you want to back the Chicago White Sox, Tim? Versus left-handed pitching. They are much better against left-handed pitching than they are right. Now, it's only 101 WRC plus, which is 16th, but they're a bottom 5 team versus righties. The Rangers are smashing righties, 127 WRC plus, which is second. So a hitting advantage going towards the Rangers there. But bullpen advantage looks pretty even. 4.38 FIP, 4.12 SIERA for the White Sox, 4.64 for the and 3.86 for the Rangers. I'm looking at the White Sox here, and I'm looking at the White Sox early in this game, first 5. I think that they are able to jump on. I think they're able to jump on Perez here in this spot, and I think it's a little bit telling here that the first 5 for the White Sox is minus 120. I kind of want to see where this first 5 line has moved real quick before I pass it on to you here. Let's see if the line's moved with the the line opened up at minus 110. It's now a minus 120. So it's moved 10 cents towards the White Sox as well for the first 5 innings. I like the White Sox here early in this game. I'm going to go with the minus 120 in the first 5 innings for Chicago. I think they get to Perez, and I would also lean towards the team total over 4.5 at minus 115.
I'm all over Chicago, and we mentioned how the Brewers could be the poopy play. No, not at all. The White Sox are the poopy play of the day, 100%. You're telling me, I know the Rangers are on the road. You're telling me a team that's 45-28 is a pick'em against a team that's 32-43. They're giving out free money to take the Texas Rangers today, Nick. That's nice of them. White Sox money line minus 102. I actually like Kopech. He's been better as of late.
Awesome. Yeah,
he's been really. Yeah, you look at he's been really solid. I know some of one of his games earlier on in the year or a couple of games kind of ballooned it. Last 10 starts, 1 earned run, no earned runs. Oh wait, no, sorry, that no earned runs was no innings. 1 earned run, 4 earned runs, 2 earned runs, no earned runs, no earned runs, 4, 2, none, and 1. He has been really, really solid as of late. And I'm not sold on this Texas team yet. Give me the White Sox in this one at minus 102. That's what I was able to get it at. And we'll ride with some Chicago action. How about a Chicago parlay today?
Yeah. And you love your American League Central. I'm obviously being sarcastic there. I found a way to bet something on every single game involving.
I was just looking through. I'm like, wow, we bet the Cleveland game, the Minnesota game, the White Sox game. It's not those teams. It's when they play against each other. I don't like those. I can back the games and stuff, but like when Cleveland goes up against Minnesota or Minnesota against the Tigers, I can't bet those games. Those games I can never get right. But when they go up against other teams, other divisions, it's fine. I just can't get the interleague, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens. And yeah, I mean, some people just have difficulties with certain divisions or whatever. Yep. It happens.
Head back to the chat, Nick.
Yeah. College baseball picks for today.
I like if I'm going after it, probably Florida in the over, which is a plus 180. Florida money line in the over 10, and then I like LSU again. So I'll go with LSU today.
All right. Like the White Sox here. I do as well. I like the White Sox versus lefties way more than righties. Nerfy Tigers. I like that because I have the first 5 under 4.5. Totally cool with that. Pass. You know, Florida
money minus 215. Fernando, if you're going to bet it, at least lay the 135 on the run line. Like, come on. You can't come in here and be recommending minus $2 faves. And then Wake Forest. So you're against me on the LSU pick. Got it. Easy to take the number 1 overall seed at minus 135. But go ahead. Have fun.
All right. Back to Major League Baseball.
Yes.
We have the LA Angels and the LA Dodgers, the Freeway Series. Minus 150 for the Angels, total 8.5. I think this is one of the biggest dog lines we've seen the Dodgers at this year.
You know why, right?
Yeah, it's Shohei Ohtani versus Michael Grove.
Ooh.
Let's see. The line opened up at minus 145 for the Angels. It's now down to 135. A 10-cent line movement towards the LA Dodgers in this game. Total opened up at an 8.5 minus 120. It's now an 8.5 minus 120. So it's not moved the total here. Let me make sure I had the right pitcher in here for my spreadsheet. I had undecided, which that undecided is not pitching today. It's Michael Grove. I'm glad I was able. I'm glad I was able to decipher that. Undecided is not pitching today.
How good is undecided this year though?
Undecided. We'll figure it out. Let's take a look though, as we have 72% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the LA Angels, and the line's moving towards the Dodgers. 70% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the under in this game. So no surprise here. Money coming in on Shohei Ohtani to pitch well and dominate. Michael Grove, this is going to get ugly. 7.71 ERA, 1.43 whip, 10.29 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 1.29 walks per 9, a 316 BABIP, a 699 FIP, and a 3.51 SIERA. On the flip side, Shohei Ohtani, 3.41 ERA, 1.31 whip, 10.55 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 4.03 walks per 9, a 314 BABIP, a 383 FIP, and a 4 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Dodgers in this one. 3.89 FIP, 3.49 SIERA compared to 4.46 and 4.88. The hitting advantage does go towards the Angels, 121 WRC plus, which is third, compared to the Dodgers, which is 100, which is 14th. I think the Dodgers are the look in this game. I'm not somebody who bets the Dodgers often, especially as a dog, but Shohei Ohtani. I mean, when you look at it, the big bets are coming in all over Shohei Ohtani and the Angels today, and the books are opening up their arms to some more Angels money. And I think I'm going to double down here on the Dodgers in this spot. You're getting plus 138 for the first 5, plus 125 for the full game. I'm going to take the Dodgers here first 5 full game in this spot. plus 125, and plus 138 for the first 5, plus 125 for the full game. I think that they come out here and they're able to hit off of Ohtani a little bit. So I like the Dodgers.
I was on the fence for this one for a while. I'll back you here. And although you know me, I never like to back the Dodgers at plus money, but there's an obvious reason why they're plus money here, and that's Shohei. Not to mention the Dodgers have been garbage lately. And the Angels have actually been winning games. Angels actually moved ahead of the Astros. And let's see, wild card picture. The Angels are in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
Figure I'd throw that one out there. Wow, playoff picture looks weird on the NL side. Miami, San Fran, and the Dodgers are your 3 wild card teams. Yeesh. This is a I'll go Dodgers with you. I'll fade Shohei. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I doubled down on it, so we'll see. Wake Forest money line.
We already went over that one.
You know what I mean. I parlayed the White Sox with the Red Sox. That parlay sucks, and I love it. Dodgers pitchers TBD. It's Grove for me. Angel, just the one Angel. We'll head to the last baseball game of the day, then we'll get into the WNBA game because I think we're going to start putting the WNBA at the end of the shows, Tim.
We'll see. Whenever there's a discussion to have about it, because most of the times I want to keep those over on the site.
Okay. San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. The Padres minus 120 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. Padres and Giants. We have Darvish and Walker. I think Walker we just saw pitch a couple days ago. It is a bullpen game for the Giants. The line opened up at minus 120 for the Padres. It's down to 117, so a 3-cent line movement towards San Fran. Line opened up in an 8, minus 117. It's down to a minus 116. So barely any line movement. A 1-cent move to the under and a 3-cent line move towards the Giants. See if that correlates here. We have 70% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Giants. The line's moved 3 cents towards the Giants. 88% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over, and the line's moved slightly towards the under, which tells me the under might be a decent look in this game. Darvish, 6.92 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 2.42 walks per 9, 319 BABIP, a 4.59 FIP, and a 3.96 ERA. Walker, I don't have any stats for him at the moment because I had this as undecided. I don't really have an interest in this game though. This one is I'm gonna end the card with what I've been doing through most of the card, and that's just passing. So it's a pass for me here in this one. I'm boring, but it is what it is. Pass.
Can I talk you into the Giants money line? And I'll give you one good reason why. I'll give you one big reason why. Does that help? Darvish sucks on the road. His ERA is pretty much double what his home ERA is. He's got a 6.1 ERA on the road compared to a 3.64 at home. So if you're going to back Darvish, do it at home. He has not been good on the road. And yes, good job, Padres. You won yesterday. You snapped the Giants' big winning streak. Give me the Giants again. Plus money.
The Padres lost yesterday.
What happened?
The Giants won.
Did they actually? They were losing.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. The 9 straight wins? Never mind. Sign me up. Let's get double digits. I thought they lost. Oh, yeah, they won yesterday. I thought they lost. I must have read that wrong. My bad. Yeah, 10 in a row. Let's go for 10 in a row with the Giants, Nick. And we get to fade Darvish.
Pass. I don't have an interest in this game. No.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the Giants all these games. I was on them I was on them a couple of times in the Dodger series, but I haven't been on them every game, so I haven't won 10 in a row with them or 9 in a row with them.
I've won a bunch, but that's not the point. That's fine. Go to the chat and we'll end up wrapping up the stream.
We have one more game to go over.
That's right, we do. Just go
cover the WNBA depending on what time they play, or if it's early or late games. There you go.
It's a 3:30 game today.
That's right, Giants. It's a 3:30 game today?
Yes.
Well, let's get into it here. The Las Vegas Aces are 19.5-point favorites in this game, with a total of 164.5 in this one. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Let me get up WNBA. I want to break these games down. I'm okay with it because I like capping these games. Line opened up at a 19.
Depends on the day whether or not we'll cap them.
Yeah. The line opened up at a 19. It got up to a 20, but it's at a 19.5, so it's moved up half a point, and it's juiced towards the 19.5, minus 19.5, juiced towards the Aces at minus 118. So it looks like we could be seeing 20s soon. Line opened up at a 163, and it's up to a 165. I did move on the first half as well. Let me look at that real quick. That line did open up at 11.5. It got down to a 10.5. It's back up to 11.5. I personally got 11.5 with the Aces here. I'm on Las Vegas here. Let's get into the line, the money real quick, and then we will dive into this game. And actually, this is not the way I thought the numbers would go. Usually, it's the opposite way around. But very early into the sample size, 88% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Aces, and the lines move briskly towards the Aces. Usually with these lines, I usually see 78% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the underdog because everybody thinks WNBA, low-scoring underdog, big points. And when we look at it here, the Las Vegas Aces have in their 10 wins have won by 19.1 points per game. So I understand why these lines are as high as they are, because when they do win, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of their wins this year are by at least 20 points. And I know most of them are at home, but when this team is favored by 15 or higher, they're 4-2 ATS, and they're winning those games by 25.2 points. I think this is another one of those games where the Las Vegas Aces go out here and win by 30 points. Like, this is, I think, a blowout game. The Mercury are the worst team ATS in the WNBA so far this year. They're 2-8 and 3-7 ATS, and most of the games they are dogs. So I see this as a game that the Aces continue to have their way in this spot. The Aces have won 3 of their last 4 games by at least 21 points. I'm on the Aces first half minus 11.5 and the full game minus 19.5. I usually don't lay these type of points unless it's college basketball, but at this point, I really don't see a point in going after or in fading the Aces here. And I know they don't do it as well on the road, but for me, I laid the chalk.
So I'm following a trend that's now 16-8-1 because the Seattle Storm covered last night. Home dogs are 16-1, which is 66% so far this year. Dogs in general are hitting, I think, at 60% in the WNBA against the spread. You guys can go and say, yes, the Aces are winning games big. Where are they winning them? In Vegas. Let's look at their games on the road, shall we? Good job, you guys. You won and covered your first game on the road. That was against Seattle. Seattle's going to suck. That's fair. You won by 41 points. Covered the 13.5. Good work. Other road games at LA. They won. Good job. Did not cover 15.5. At Atlanta. They won by 5. Did not cover 11.5. Against the Fever. They almost lost. They only won by 4. And they did not cover a 15-point spread. Here's the second time that they've covered a spread on the road. Ready? Against Connecticut by a hook. And it was a 5.5-point spread. Then they proceeded to lose to Connecticut the next game. Why am I not impressed with Vegas is a fantastic team. They're the most public team. It's a Vegas team. They're 10-1 this year. So, yes, line's going to move towards them because everybody wants to bet them. Nobody wants to go and bet the Phoenix Mercury, who have not been good this year. If this was in Vegas, different story. In Phoenix, the Aces are not covering big spreads. And this is the biggest spread that we've seen from the Aces so far this year. The only other big one was 18, 2 games ago against Seattle.
They won that one by what? 30?
They won that one by 33 at home. Okay. Give me Phoenix plus the 19. I don't think they went outright. I do not see this one as a blowout. This one's got backdoor cover written all over it, where Vegas can be up 22 points going into the fourth and then win this one by 17. That's kind of how I perceive it. I'm just going to
if that's the case, I'll tip my cap and we'll move on. These are half unit plays for me. So
I got the Mercury today plus the 19 points.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, if I get burned by laying 19.5 points, it is what it is. But I see no
stupid laying that many points on the road.
Yep.
At home, okay, I can understand if you were doing it with the Aces at home. On the road, I think that's ridiculous. But good luck to you. I hope you win.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Aces, yeah, I like the Aces. But that is everything for today's slate. So you know what time it is, Tim, right?
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Time for housekeeping. Go for it, Tim.
Yes. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBest.com website. All linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. I did a 3 MLB and 1 WNBA, which we just talked about. But go ahead, leave a like over there. Show the boss man I'm doing a good job. And then check out SeatGeek for all your concert tickets and sporting event ticket needs. ESP at checkout will save you $20 off your first purchase. Recap time. I'm grabbing the Baltimore Orioles today, along with the Chicago Cubbies, the I like the Atlanta Braves today, Cleveland Guardians with our boy Gavin Williams making his major league debut, Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, LA Dodgers, and the Phoenix Mercury, plus all those beautiful, beautiful points.
Yeah, I am on the first 5 under in Baltimore and Tampa Bay. That is underway. And so is the Toronto Blue Jays first 5 play. That is also underway. I'm on the Chicago Cubs at minus 108. Detroit, Kansas City, first 5 under 4.5 at even money. Yankees, first 5 plus a half, even money. Backing our boy Gavin Williams. First 5, minus a half, minus 110. Full game, minus 1, minus 127. White Sox, first 5, money line, minus 120. Red Sox, full game, plus 114. And doubling up on the Dodgers and the slate, plus 125 for the full game, plus 138 for the first 5. And I'm on the Aces, first half, minus 11.5, full game, minus 19.5.
Cool. Good luck. That should do it for today. Thanks, gents. Another great show. Go Cleveland today. That's going to do it for this edition of not Ballin' Out, but the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.